There is a way that I have made $300 anytime I need or want to, and it's so simple that almost anybody can do this. I wanted to show you exactly how I have done this and how I think you could do it today if you followed my instruction. So we're going to go to Skool. Have you noticed that Skool is being talked about a ton these days? About 170,000 people are hosts of Skool, and 100,000 of those have happened in the last few weeks alone. But if you do, I ran some numbers because I think this is so super interesting. So Skool is in this really great inflection point where it is still so small that most people don't know about it or it's certainly not on it, but it's growing so fast that it has that audience for you. So it has a lot of traffic that can see what you build. So that's why it's really great for beginners. It's simple to use, it's simple to navigate, to launch. You can launch it in a couple of hours or less than that. It took me 10 minutes to launch my last one. I have 8.5 Skool memberships that I started about a year ago. I started with just one very simple one. I grew that for several months, and then I started my second one and my third. And the last one I launched took me about 10 minutes to launch it. So it is very much so something that you could do. If you're here right now on my Your First 5K Club, you may be in this already because I have almost 2,000 members in it. You may be in it. You may be watching this on there, or you may have heard about it, or maybe this is the first time you're even seeing me on YouTube. But either way, this is a Skool membership. This is inside the classroom, and there's all kinds of cool stuff inside this classroom. But what I do is I charge $9 a month or $50 a year. Right now, there's a 7-day free trial, so I have it for $50 a year only. And it's just kind of different things that I experiment with the pricing. But that 9 and 50 is really important because that's where I would like you to start. It's what I've done. I've tested it over and over and over again so that you don't have to worry about how much do I charge. Charge $9 per month or $50 a year and give them both options for that. And so you would set this up, and if you think about the math on that, if you think about the math on $9 a month or $50 a year, what I have seen happen with myself and hundreds of my students who have started their own schools is that about, now this is just my experience and their experience, so it's no guarantee, but about 50% will opt for the monthly and 50% will opt for the yearly for different reasons. And you want to have both when you're first starting because you want to price anchor against each other. You want them both to help the person who's like, oh, I don't have a lot of money, but I see how much it normally costs and I want to aspire towards that. So I'll pay the $9 a month. And you also want the people who are like, oh, I want to save some money and I have 50 bucks. And I know that I'm actually saving more than 50% because I have that price anchor of the $9 a month to do the math on, right? So you want both. And if because of that math, it's about $30 per person up front, right? So we were talking about a community. It's like having a Facebook group, but you're charging for it. You can have a free school. That's a different model that I'm not going to talk to you about right now, but you can have that. And actually, I will tell you about it right now because this model that I have in mind kind of works for both. So if you see here, I have all these different ones. I have Your First 5K. I have Skool's Teacher Lounge, which is our latest one, which is really fun. But let me tell you, so this has cool stuff in it. So there's two ways you could do this. One way is you charge the $9 a month or $50 a year, and you get 10 members. If you get 10 members, that's 300 bucks. How cool is that? And 10 members, your first 10 members are not the hardest to get. Like they're you can put something up on Instagram, you can put something up on LinkedIn, Substack, YouTube, any of those platforms. Let me know in the comments which platform you use because I'm actually quite curious about that. What is your go-to platform that you just love to post on? Let me know in the comments. You go there and you make a little video or a little post and you say, hey, I've just launched this new thing. You don't even have to call it a school or a membership. You can just say, this is where I'm gathering people. I'm going to teach this, or we're going to have a hobby or something like that. And I'll show you in a minute different options for that. And then you charge that, you make the 300 on your first 10 members and you're set. And then you keep going. You keep going, you rinse and repeat. Now, another version of this is either with that same version plus, or you just don't charge anything for the membership. It's free for people to join. And then you get into the classroom and look at this. So right now we're in this Skool Teachers Lounge classroom, which I co-own. Okay. And you can see we have like different things in the draft. So right now, people just pay $9 a month or $50 a year, and we have 173 members. So and we just started a few, like, let's see, 28 days ago. So really cool, right? We made a few $1,000s with that price point. But if we wanted to, we could go in the classroom, we click on new course, and then we'd say test pay. We call it something like, so let's say it's like have a call with Arlan. And I've done this in multiple memberships before. So it's basically you have this available for some amount of time and you charge $97 or 99 or 100. And then you have like a 30-minute call with people. And once you have it, a 30-minute call to help you with your Skool account. Okay, so we do that. And again, this is just like a test, but we chose the buy now option. We gave it a price. We could put a cover on it. We could actually have people get affiliate commissions for sending people to it, which is a whole other thing, which is pretty cool. Helps you unlock a lot. Think about anybody who'd want to help, like make money for themselves and help you promote. It's like really awesome. But we're gonna just have that going, and then we're gonna add it, and we're just gonna add it as it's gonna be published, so it's gonna be a test. But look, so now let's say we were to put this here. Let's say we were to put this here. So now when people go to our page, this is from the admin point of view. What they're going to see is a lock here, and it's going to say $97 to unlock. And they click on it, and then that's where we have maybe our Calendly or some sort of Google Meet set up where we say, okay, this is where you meet us for our calls. And they just had to pay in order to get into that information. So imagine you have, going to take this to, I'm not going to delete it because I might do that. So I'm just going to put it in draft. So it's just in draft for us. See? And imagine you have 20, 30, 100 people in your free membership or your low ticket membership. And you have this option in the classroom where they're getting like free stuff from you, putting up a course, and you're posting, and now you can do live calls inside of the membership, and you're having a great time. And then you're saying, hey, if you want to jump on a call with me, I can walk you through it, customized to your situation. It's just $97. Just get it in the classroom. So now let's say you have 50 people in your membership because you're giving away this free, awesome gift of a cool membership. And then you have 3 of them convert into paying customers. That's $300. And imagine, are you going to do that every month? Is that $300 extra every month? Is it paying for a bill? Is it paying a partial daycare? Are you going to do it every week? Does it now become something like $1,300 a month, and that really starts to eat into the cost of your rent or your mortgage? Are you going to try to do that every day? Are we talking like a $10,000 a month situation here because you have hundreds of people in the membership over time, and you have something that costs 97 or 47? It doesn't even have to be a call. It could be a more advanced course. Like you could have I've seen this work really well, and I've done this myself, where you have part of a course. Let's say a course is 6 modules, and it's really valuable, and you can see a clear transformation. Hey, you may have the first 2 modules for free, and then to finish it, they pay 97, 149, 38, right? Start to think through that, because that really starts to get exciting. So whether you have a free membership that you give people for free, or you charge and you make some of that money from that $300 from the actual payment to get in. And then you also have a couple of things that are upcharged. You don't do too many. You don't, last thing you want to do is have, people pay to get in and then they have like 15 things they have to pay for just to have any access to value. Don't want to do that. You want to over deliver. But just think about the possibilities. So whether you choose either one, you're on the right track. So let's walk through what some people have as their school memberships, because that's going to help us like brainstorm what ours could be. Oh, and by the way, I have a free custom GPT. This is absolutely free for you. People are using it. 300 people have used it so far in the past week alone, and they're going crazy for it. I have the link in the description below to sign up for it. And you see this one says, how do I grow my school membership fast? That's one of the prompts. So you just press that button when you get there, and it'll just walk you through the whole game plan. So it's very, very cool. Okay, anyway, so come back here. Some of the communities, like the number one is the calligraphy membership, which is all I'm part of. I'll take you in there. It's incredible. They charge $9 a month, just like I said. They have 1.4 thousand members. And I don't remember if they have any upsells. Let's see if they do. So they have this really great stuff. So this is an unlock at level 5. So that's not an upsell, but they may have upsells that they just talk about in here. Be interesting to go in there. I don't want to give away their information because it's not cool, but I think, just imagine you have something. You have something like this. Look how they're step 1, step 2, step 3. And then you have one that's locked. You see how there's a lock? And it's not unlocked for $97. Get a call with me. And then you book 5, 10 calls a week, 30 minutes each. You're making $500,000 a week. How much do you make at your job right now? Wouldn't you rather be making it doing this? Like, honestly, how much do you make? Let me know if this is kind of blowing your mind right now. If you're like, actually, I had heard about this, but didn't seem like it was for me, but now this is starting to make sense. And it costs you $9 per month to start a school membership. It used to be $99. They still have that pro version at $99 a month, but now they have a hobby version at $9 a month. So you could spin this up. They have a 14-day free trial. Spin it up, get it going, bring your first people in. Look at this. They just launched this yesterday where I could go live now, just on video. I could just go live to my audience. So if you're like, oh, I don't know what to put into my classroom, I don't know what to offer, all you do is go live, either do it impromptu like this, or you go into, well, we don't have a calendar there, so I'll show you the one that has a calendar. Go into your calendar and you create something. You say, look, I'm going to do a school call tomorrow at 4 p.m. my time. And then it'll alert people on this front page up here, and you keep going. Same thing here, like Arlan's All Access. We have your unique value proposition is happening in 4 days. The same thing would be the case if we started a live call. We can also do it on Zoom or Google if we want. We can also send people to a link, all kinds of stuff you can do with it. But think about that. So then what you do is you make sure you press record when you start that live session inside of Skool. It's going to record it for you. It'll then, in a couple minutes after you finish the live, it'll give you the download. Take the download, either edit it or don't, put it in the classroom as a course. Is this starting to make sense? I think it makes a lot of sense. This has been so much fun the past 13 months. I can't tell you how much fun it's been. And look what everybody has, like anime shreds, 7-day Kickstarter, a whole watch lover community. So it's free. Some people are doing free. They're doing exactly what I'm mentioning here. Let's see if there's a way to get in here. Sometimes they gatekeep it. Yeah, so I would have to do that. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you just go in automatically on the free ones. But this is what I would do if I needed to make $300. If I needed to make $300 and I wanted to be able to repeat that. People ask me all the time, why would I make a free membership? Isn't that a lot of work, and am I giving a lot away? Both. It's work. It's not a lot of work, but it is work because aren't we earning? We're earning, right? We're earning money. So it is work. You have to strategize. You have to type a few things. You have to upload a couple things, but it's also fun. And then it's also making you money. So would you rather work and somebody pays you $20 an hour to sit somewhere in a cubicle or to type from home or do whatever, and they tell you what time to wake up, they tell you what time to clock in, they tell you what your KPIs are, key performance indicators, they tell you what is good and what is bad, and then you do that, and the next day you have to do the next thing. Like if you're in retail, if you're doing anything that is like hurting your back, are your feet hurt every night? I know I have worked every job there is almost, and like retail and that kind of thing. And I know my feet would just be killing me after 8, 10, 12 hours of that. Would you rather do that? Or would you rather say, I wonder how I can make $150 a day sitting at my laptop or on my phone with my own schedule, talking to people that have my similar interests, because that's why we built this, whatever it is. It may be a hobby, it may be something about making money, it may be business to business, it could be about travel or family, spirituality. There's a lot of categories. Would I rather do that and figure out a way to make it work? And so yes, free makes sense because you're giving value up front and then you're cashing in. So you always want to go value first. I don't care if somebody's paying for something, someone's not. Think about my YouTube channel. I have more than 500 YouTube videos. In the comments, if you're still with me, write the letter five, I mean the numbers 500. Write that in the comments so it tells me that you're still with me. Make sure you're subscribed too, because we are getting very close to 200,000 subscribers as of the time of this taping. Very excited about that. Um, but think about if you would say like, have I given you value? Let me know in the comments if I've given you value in this video, if I made you think about something a different way. Let me tell you the statistics. Can't guarantee this. I don't know the exact numbers, but I can tell you that for every 100 people who see this video, somebody's starting a school. And some of those schools are going to go on to make money for those people who started. And that's because you spent a few minutes on some morning or afternoon, randomly watched a 15-minute or whatever, 20-minute, I don't know how long this video is, but you randomly watched this video and you said, let me give it a try. Why not? And you tried it, and now you have more hundreds or thousands of dollars in your bank account. Again, no guarantee, but this is the scenario, than you did before you watched the video. So I just gave you value for free. I just gave you free value. And some people who watch this video will get something out of it. So I'm not upset that you're getting that money. I'm excited. I want more people. I wish it were 1 out of 1. I wish it weren't 1%. I wish it was a lot more people who gave this a try because I want you to win. I want you to be successful. And guess what? When you win, I win, and vice versa. Because when you win, what are you going to do? You're going to say, oh, she knew what she was talking about. Let me go into her memberships. Let me maybe go and join her inner circle. Maybe I'll go and work with her and get on a call with her, or maybe do a VIP day. That's why this all works. When you start your school and you give value, whether it's for free or you're charging just a nominal amount just to kind of filter, then it comes back to you in different ways. This is the crux of what I have learned over the past decade, generating millions and millions of dollars. Like I just made $76,000 on one of my schools in 5 months. And it cost $9 a month or $50 a year. The one I was showing you, your first 5K. I didn't even have an upsell. I just, when it came to those numbers, 76K, maybe almost 77. I have made 100,000 plus on Stand Store in, I don't know, less than 6 months. They're sending me a plaque. I know how to make money. I know how to generate money. And it's a lot of times it's from these little things that we do. So take away the limiting beliefs of, oh, you have an audience or, oh, you did this and that. Listen, everybody starts somewhere. If you're a beginner, this is the beautiful time for you because you have this blank canvas to make some things work for yourself. The only thing stopping you from getting to that $300 is you.